15 minutes late, depending on how you look at it. Oh, the avatars. I knew I'd forget something.
Late for the original time, early for the new time.
We should have set it for 9:15, then just been 2 minutes late and been like, what of it?
You mean 7:15?
What did I say?
9:15.
You know why I said that?
19.
Because there's a 9 and 19, and we're looking at a 24-hour clock. I do that a lot, you know. 24-hour clock messes me up sometimes. And the thing is, I don't mean 9, I mean 7, because I know what time it is. I just say it because that's what I see.
You see the number 9.
And I say it, even though I know it's 7 o'clock. I've done that for ages. Oh yeah, record. Have I actually remembered everything now?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, hello.
Can I turn the heating off now, or do we wait
Yeah,
a bit?
I can do
or-
if you want.
Hi, Aaron. I did!
He did.
Hi, Bearcat. Hello, Devlinator. Persona! Yeah, I was just thinking like, oh, I might take a layer off, but then I was like, turn the heating off, keep the layers on, and I'll be
Yeah.
cold in about half an hour.
Yes, this house doesn't retain heat very well.
No, Aaron, please do keep reminding me. one day you'll save my life again.
Yeah. And the buttons.
If I ever forget to record an FF10 stream where some crazy clutch nonsense happens, I won't forgive myself.
Right. Who here wants to talk to me?
Do you remember the Pokemon stream we did a long time ago, where we tried to do all Pokemon captured in alphabetical order, and we just did one test stream of it, just to see if I could do the challenge, or at least just to see if I could get the first Pokemon in the challenge.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember me doing that? I
Yes.
forgot to record that, so that footage doesn't exist. And I think the stream was Twitch, so the VOD no longer exists.
Oh right. Okay.
So there's literally no way of getting that back. Maybe there's some clips of like a couple of funny bits, but that's it. That stream's gone forever. Which is a little bit annoying because
It's quite annoying.
one of the glitches that I did near the beginning of the game, I have to nail it on the like frame window, and there's a very tight frame window to nail the button input, and I did it first time on the stream, which is weird because in practice it took me ages. What is she doing?
She's having a dance.
Okay. But I understand today is the first proper boss.
It will be, yes.
I need to make more room on this table. I've got no real estate.
Are you accepting a let's hear the
Because every time I reach over for the mouse, my hand goes into your camera.
Marvel.
Yeah, so today's the first real boss. Within the rules.
Within the rules, yeah. The previous bosses that we've done
They were a precursor.
was before we could do the Theurgy only, so...
It's kind of annoying that they introduced Theurgy so late. Because in Final Fantasy VII, limits are available in the first fight. There's not even a tutorial
Yeah, you
for it,
have
they're
to
just
wait.
there. If you can figure it out, you can use it.
You do have to wait quite a while.
What is Theurgy? Do you mean in this game, or the definition of the word in reality?
Oh, it's you.
In the game, it's kind of like
Limit breaks.
limit breaks. in a way.
It works very similarly to overdrives in that you build up a bar with each character depending on what action they do. And when the bar fills up, they can do their like super special move,
Yeah.
which is unique to each character, I believe.
Cabbage cream stew.
What?
Thanks. Hey! Reduce the SP cost of recovery skills to 25% of their normal SP cost. That's good because she needs to use that a lot.
Is that like a passive buff for the rest of time now?
Yeah.
Jesus.
As long as you
man.
hang out with them at the dorm. when they wanna
Cabbage,
hang out.
whatever though. Not worth it.
I'll just keep it in my pocket.
Cabbage.
Yeah. Why not?
That sounds OP for rank 4. I don't know Persona very well. Is rank 4 an early rank?
Am I rank 4? I don't think I'm rank 4.
Hello,
Wait, what do you
Blunt
mean
Flunky.
Oh, you mean... Oh, right, okay.
The old pocket stew trick.
Yeah.
Or just quickly scoop it into your pocket and pretend you're eating it.
Yeah.
I assume they went to 10. Do they go to 10?
What, the ranks?
Yeah.
Which rank are you talking about? I thought you meant,
Well, your social link went
social
up.
link for a second. No, social link didn't go up.
Oh, well, whatever went up to teach you that thing with her. Hello, Tim. You're on YouTube. You're always on Twitch. But it's a Sunday and not even a Theurgy day. That's true. It is a Sunday, not a Theurgy day.
Yeah.
But because it's Sunday, you're going to get some stat boost on the arcade. I haven't played this one, to be fair.
Welcome back.
That wasn't a social link.
No, I think it's a new thing for the remaster.
But you went on a socialization
this-
experience with a character.
Yeah, in the dorm, if they have this smiley face above their heads...
Is he
you
trying
can-
to look at you by breaking his neck?
Yeah. You can have, like... You can hang out with them, and if you do it so many times, they get passive abilities.
You got a DVD. You can tell when this game was made, can't you?
Well, he's got MP3 player around his neck as well, so...
Yeah. They couldn't really change those kind of things, though.
No, not really.
You're watching a movie with him.
Yeah. Right. Greatly increases the effects of buffs on self.
Personality!
Cool.
Sure. Sounds suspiciously like a social link to me.
Kind of similar, I guess.
Our weekend's been okay, Aaron. Got some stuff done. How's your weekend been? I bought a DVD a few weeks ago, then realised I didn't own a DVD player. I had to rip it to a USB stick using a library PC. How do you get yourself
Oh my
into that
God.
situation? How do you buy a DVD and not realise you don't have a player of any kind? Also,
Could get
who doesn't
some-
have a device that can play a DVD nowadays? Because, like, I can't think of many devices that don't. Any console will, barring a Switch, obviously.
The PS5 plays DVDs, right?
It's gotta do. Plays Blu-rays. Why won't it play DVDs?
Don't know. One of them didn't, right?
Oh, you forgot your
No, that's CDs.
PC CD drive broke. Oh,
Oh.
It's got a DVD drive, I guess. The PS5 has to play DVDs if it can play Blu-rays. It has to be able to play a DVD.
I don't know. I've never really tried.
No one's
to be
tried
honest.
because it's a DVD, and PS5s and DVDs don't really exist at the same time.
I can't remember
But
what.
a PS3 and a PS4 could both play Blu-rays and DVDs, so why would a PS5 be able to play a Blu-ray and not a DVD? That's my thinking. However, it does. Aaron confirms it does.
Oh, there we go then.
Okay. The debate has been settled, everybody. A PS5 can play a DVD. It's probably the oldest disc format it can play.
Does it play CDs? Wait, someone can hang out here. Who?
Maybe it can play CDs, but who's tried a CD in a PS5? It might work.
Oh, there's no point in you though.
Wow.
Well, I can't. She has to attack to boost her
I don't know.
theology. So
She looks like she has a point to me. I could find a pretty good point.
nah.
The only other machine I have is a MacBook. And Apple hates holes. No putting anything in the Mac ever. Except a Thunderbolt connector, right?
No fear, Aaron's here. I've tried a CD and it works.
Are you there just trying stuff when we say it, or have you tried this in the past and you're just regaling your experience? Did you buy a PS5 and just put every disc format in it you could? Or you sat there now with a PS5 and a stack of discs behind you waiting for us to suggest something?
Right, we're 1 day away from the full moon boss.
Okay, that's cool and all. You do that. I'm gonna think of a different disc type. I wonder if Xbox can play CDs. You'd think it could. Although the original Xbox couldn't play DVDs without a peripheral.
Really?
You had to buy a little peripheral that plugs into the controller port. Which was a thing. And then you had to use a DVD remote that was purchased separately as well to browse the DVD menus. You couldn't use a controller. So that was very much Xbox making a console that couldn't play DVDs, realizing the PS2 had beaten them to the punch, and they'd made a console that could play DVDs, and they had to quickly answer it with something. Quick, make a peripheral. This is the only thing we can do. There's no ports on it except controller ports. Figure it out. So for some reason, I owned one, and I don't know why I owned one, because I had a PS2.
You again?
Jesus, man, this is some disrespectful nonsense right here. It won't play Laserdisc no matter how hard I try to make it. What won't play a Laserdisc? PS5? What exactly is Laserdisc? I thought it was just any CD.
Yeah, are they different?
Is Laserdisc like a type of format? Because you use it in one word there. I don't know.
Here we go.
Laserdisc is fancier, but I forgot how.
Oh.
It's kind of like HD DVD, isn't it? They're fancy DVDs. Then the format never took off because Blu-ray was taken over. Do you ever see those HD DVDs on the shelf?
Yeah, I vaguely remember seeing them.
They didn't help their case by making them in like a burgundy coloured box. The box is kind of the colour of this top you're wearing, actually.
It's purple.
Yeah, I suppose it is. It was a bit more dull.
It looks more burgundy on camera, but it's purple. Right. You.
Laserdisc used to be
But giving glasses as well, look.
giant record-sized DVDs that went around in the late 80s and early 90s. Whoa.
Oh. The other person I take doesn't really matter, but I've not leveled her up, so I guess it better be Junpei.
Has anyone tried to put a VHS inside a PS5? Does that work? Good luck with it.
Where would you put it?
You have to take the tape out of the VHS and then just slot it through the slot.
You
slowly.
already started with a decent chunk of her Theurgy bar.
How? I thought it resets when you leave Tartarus.
I don't know, but Junpei started with about half of his as well.
That's unusual.
So
Turns out it doesn't reset.
Maybe they start at different levels? Commence operation. Imagine going up to someone and just being like, commence operation.
Yeah, but considering you're leaving the house fully armed, I can kind of consider it an operation.
Damn, Junpei.
Junpei's in a suit and a top hat with a giant bat with several nails in it. He's going on an operation.
Third floor, eh?
I wish these full moon boss dungeons lasted longer because they're the most unique design.
Yeah.
And yet they're really short. Well, at least the last one was. Just train for a bit.
They are really short.
Aaron's like, nah, it doesn't work, mate. Tried it. VHS doesn't work. Just ruined my VHS.
Ready.
The DVD I got played in 720 by 480 with horrible interlacing. I should have just pirated it.
What the hell is this?
What are we looking at it? The head is just a metal ornament.
You can't heal anyone yet, so you can't.
Sitting on a giant, huge dude on a throne. Is this supposed to represent something? Are those two little...
They usually do.
Are those two figures down there also enemies?
I'm not... No, I don't think so. I think they're part of the same enemy. Yeah.
Oh, okay, there's only one target then. wouldn't have surprised me if it could have made them do things.
If I remember right, though, this isn't. I think there is more to this.
Well, this is
I think you
phase
have to do
one.
something after.
In this situation,
I think.
What's Betamax?
Yeah?
What's Betamax? That sounds familiar.
Where?
Just the
Oh.
word Betamax, I've heard
That
it.
does sound familiar, actually.
Some sort of format. I wonder if this is going to be hard. Depends on what
What's
HP
this
it's
raising?
got.
Defense.
Yeah, she might need that defense. Lowest HP, right? Ooh, everyone but one person.
skill seems twins.
Yeah.
You'll be paralyzed if you succumb to the fear. Yukari-chan, don't let the fear get to you.
Does it always, like, as part of like a tutorial, does it always affect all but one person?
I'm not sure, actually. Have I got an item for this sphere? Got 2 of these. I need her to not. Because she's nearly got her Theurgy.
HD DVDs to VHS.
Oh.
It's probably supposed to be the Kabbalistic Tree of Life because every branched thing in JRPGs is always the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. The only Tree of Life I know in most JRPGs is Yggdrasil. That's in damn near all of them. Or maybe just a giant tree in general being important to the story. So many games do that.
Yeah.
Especially in Japan.
That's true.
Breath of Fire, Dragon Quest, even Elden Ring. And Xenoblade 2, I believe.
Here we go.
We can use one. Right, we're going to find out how much, like, damage we do compared to his HP. Okay. Could take
Not a lot.
Could take several of those.
I think it will. Although the 3 of us have already nearly got it. So
Yeah.
Thanks.
This is your first challenge run ever, so it'll be good to get this one under your belt.
yeah, I've tried another one before.
What was that?
The Stardew Valley one. But when
Oh,
we found
yeah.
that one cheat, it just became too easy.
Yeah, you'd need a
too
better idea
easy.
for the game to get something going.
Yeah. There's got to be something.
Yeah, but
Because it's such a popular game and it's such a simple game.
I'll be honest though, if you ever go back to that game, I'm probably sitting out on those streams.
Yeah. That's
I was so bored. It was me in the chat. That was all it was while you were playing that.
Yeah.
I think the design's making a joke.
The Hierophant
Hierophant.
is supposed to be the teacher.
Manipulated by the Theurgy. The little guys to the side are supposed to be 2 pillars representing law and chaos.
Ah, okay.
Why is this thing in the dorm though? Like, what's going on here?
It's not in the dorm.
It looked like you were in the dorm. Like where you were living.
No, we've gone to. I think it's supposed to be like some sort of hotel or something.
It looked very
Do
similar.
you mind? Have I got? No. I've not got many of these, you know.
What does that do? Recover the fear?
Yeah, she's got a skill that does it. So the only person I need to use the item on is her, really.
And then she could do it for everyone
Because she
else.
can use this.
Does this increase that Theurgy? Like a buff?
Yeah,
or...
it's healing, I think.
No,
Yep.
It does, it does.
Oh yes.
So it's any kind of buff or heal. Not buff, heal or
Yeah, anything that.
recovery.
Yeah.
Support, that's it.
Yeah.
The High Priest.
I don't think there's much point. No, we've all. She's just buffed us all, so we're all alright. We have to just heal someone.
That did increase his Theurgy though. I watched it.
His Theurgy increased because he's buffed.
Oh, of course. That didn't do much damage at all.
He was guarding.
Oh.
Should get mine now, I think. Or next turn, maybe. Yeah, I got it.
Now's the time.
Well, I mean, so far it's manageable, especially with her, using less SP for healing.
Yeah. You don't have any concerns it's too easy or anything like that?
Not so far, but we'll see.
Because, like, I'm not, I don't know. You're only using Theurgy, obviously. If you were
Yes.
playing a casual playthrough right now, you'd be doing additional damage on top of using these Theurgys now and then.
Yeah,
Is this game just easy? In general?
fairly, yeah. Persona games aren't hard.
In this situation,
Well,
They
let's take
never
the
really have
difficulty up, I
been.
suppose.
Yeah, I suppose if you put it on the hardest difficulty, it probably would be.
I suppose it's because if I'm playing like Final Fantasy 1 to
13. There's no difficulty select. It's
Yeah.
just, this is just the game. What's on yours Christmas list, NG? Ooh, Dragon Quest 3 2D HD. That's probably the thing I'm waiting on the most if I had to pick something. But there's also Metaphor. I quite like Metaphor.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
pull the trigger.
That's it. They're the only things I'm like definitely. They're the things I definitely am sold on. There's other things I could suggest of like, oh, maybe this might be cool. This might be cool, but I don't want to. I don't want to get something gifted to me that I'm not 100% sure that's the one that I want.
Yeah, that's true.
Every time a new game comes out that's like somewhere in the region of the genre I like, I get people asking me, so you picking this one up? You picking this one up?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, because I wouldn't get time to play it anyway.
Oh, stop doing that. I hate you.
What about you,
I
Gina?
haven't got I don't really know.
There's no video games,
I don't think there's any games that I really.
because there's nothing on the horizon yet.
No.
And I haven't heard any news about Wolf Among Us 2 for ages,
Yeah.
even though they still reckon it's happening.
Oh, she's paralysed.
Junpei-kun, will he be able to fight?
I did nearly buy you a game the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just because I saw it and it was cheap.
Yeah.
And I like nearly did it, but because it was like a little while back, we weren't quite near your birthday or Christmas. And I wasn't 100% sure you wanted it. I was just like, maybe you do.
What was it?
Well, I don't know because I might grab it now.
Oh,
Depends, I'll have to go back and see if it's there still.
bloody paralysed. Ah,
But then I run the risk of gifting it to you, and you're like, oh yeah, cool. I don't know. Well, what do I do, guys? Oh, this game you don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, Roxas.
Now's the time.
How could I possibly even tell you what game it is without telling you?
I don't know.
Just tell her what it is. No, because then if I tell her and she's all like, oh, I do want that, and then I'll be like, damn it, now if I hadn't told you.
You know what you should have done? You shouldn't have said that you were going to get it me. You should have just been like, oh, what about this? And then, because I've just been asked.
Oh, then I
what
could have
games
gauged
you
your
want.
reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so specific. Hello, Tor.
You could have been like, oh, I saw this game the other day. Is that something, you know?
Yeah, but then it'd been
Could have
obvious.
worded it. Not
It'd
to
have been
me.
obvious.
Not to me.
And also,
Damn it, Junpei.
as I said it, I wasn't in my head going like, oh, maybe I'll still get that. I just was
Until
reminded of
after.
this moment, and it was only midway as I was saying it that I thought,
Yeah.
I've only played the tutorial, Tim, and not even that finished that really.
Hey, Tor.
So yeah, I've only given the tutorial a try. I'll give it a try properly at some point soon.
I haven't tried it yet.
Watch this.
But it does look fun.
Yes. We'll give it a try properly at some point. Name the complete opposite of what that game is.
The enemy's striking fear.
Type it in the chat and I won't look and then delete it.
Better watch out.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's that.
So they know what it is and
Right.
then you can
If
delete
you don't know what it is, guys, give it a quick Google. And I'm gonna delete it.
Sake Junpei.
Right. I'll remove it when you guys have all properly had a look. I'm blocking the chat from Gina's view. You guys got that? You got that name? Gonna remove it. I'm gonna remove it. And it's gone. Removed. Now maybe you can understand why I was reminded of it, maybe. Why I mentioned it. Never heard of it. It's not the most crazy well-known game in the world.
Oh my god, I've just got rid of it! Hate you. I've literally only just managed to cure everyone of the fear and I've done it again.
I didn't know there was an original game of it. Unless you're talking about like the original source material that might actually not be a game. Thank you for following Kaiju. Hello, welcome. Kaiju Lara. Now I'm just imagining a giant Lara Croft running through Tokyo with giant pistols wrecking the place. Original source material. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you could
Will he be able to
consume it easier if it was in video game form.
this situation?
She seems to heal from fear herself.
Over time.
Well, it took about... She had one turn of being afflicted by it and then the next turn she recovered. That's happened twice now.
What do you think of
But they
Persona?
don't.
Well, Gina's quite a big fan of Persona, that's why she's playing the challenge. I'm just sat over here going like, yes, interesting. Meanwhile, I'm waiting to play Metaphori Fantasia. Again, that's much more my interest.
I love Persona, one of my favourite franchises.
Ooh, she's getting
I might need to use an item.
healthy tomato. You do carry some weird stuff around.
I do.
I've got a rancid gravy in my pocket.
Because damn. We're struggling.
Is that a limit use item as well? Like, do you not get many of those? Or?
No, but well, you can pick them up. Do I heal or do I... Yeah. I do something.
I mean, she only generates by healing, right?
Well, I didn't know whether to heal or whether to get the fear off of him. Oh, please heal us, please.
I think I can use it now.
Theurgy is served? No, buffs.
What do I do?
Rancid gravy should give
But
the
no,
ability to
it
shoot
was-
projectile acids. I want to see what the unhealthy tomato is.
That's just light damage, I think.
You
yeah.
dodged it and all. Everyone else needs to get on their game. I wonder if there's a boss that can heal itself if you don't, like, damage it after a few turns. That would suck. Because you're forced to just use up turns.
This work. Let's go.
Is it weird playing not being able to
better.
do anything else?
Yes. I don't like it.
It gets to the point where you forget how you're actually supposed to play.
Yeah.
I can't play Metal Gear Solid with taking steps anymore. It doesn't feel. It feels weird.
This is bad as I...
There again.
Don't let the fear get to you.
I hate you.
Maybe you could just let her recover
See,
from it
yeah,
naturally.
let's see if she recovers again. Because she did last time.
Well, this is one of her turns. So she can still
Let's
take
use it on
turns.
who instead. Well, it depends. There's a chance.
Oh.
paralysed as well.
Fuka is like Futaba, it's a 50-50 on heal or buff.
Yeah.
That was a 50-50, that was a coin flip and you didn't get what you wanted.
Twice.
I've
Well,
been there.
The
I've
buff
been
last
there.
time was okay. But
Get this right. Yesterday when I was playing FF10,
yeah.
the boss used a move on Yuna that should have inflicted the zombie status, and it didn't. And I was like, oh, I must have the equipment on that makes it a 50-50 chance of defending against it.
Yeah.
I checked my equipment and I didn't. So I asked Carifian what happened, why didn't I get inflicted with zombie? And he said there was a 1 in 101 chance that it doesn't inflict zombie if you don't have any protection. And I was like, are you seriously telling me I got a less than 1% chance and it came through? Because surely not. And then I equipped the equipment that has a 50% chance of protecting against the zombie effect. And I avoided it 6 times after that. So I've got 6 coin flips in my favour.
Jeez.
And then I lost that attempt. Oh well, she's dead now. We don't talk about her anymore. Until I have to write the script about her. Oh god. I'll try that tomorrow.
These two should do it, I think.
So have you got to do like a bunch of Tartarus before the next full moon boss, or can you go straight to it? Hello, Carrie.
You could go straight to it if you wanted to, but it's better to do Tartarus as it opens up. Otherwise, you're doing it all at the end.
I didn't know if it was...
You don't have to do Tartarus.
I know,
until
but
the very end.
I didn't know if it was more interesting or not to just keep doing full moon bosses, get stuck, and then do Tartarus when you get stuck. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not sure either. That was indeed very funny. Oh, we're not done?
No.
Is there more boss?
Can't remember whether you have to fight something again or not. You might.
Throw some ratted gravy at it.
Oh, you might have liked that cutscene actually. I forgot.
With a naked woman in it.
Well, he walks in and she's like getting out the shower or something. She's got a towel on.
She knows me quite well. I've been known to.
Oh
There is
wait, I
another
have
boss.
to. I have to.
Hello,
answer
White
these
Owl.
right.
White Owl confirms another boss is still yet to happen.
The future, let your desire.
The ranted gravy is there to have with the cabbage stew, obviously. And by metaphor, when I break up for Christmas, I've decided.
You came out here.
Just casually put your hands in your pockets after getting slapped one.
Yeah, happens all the time.
I'm sorry.
Must be Sunday.
Luckily, I've got my Theurgy already, and she's pretty close to hers.
How come it's just the two of you?
Got to go find the others. They're here.
What was the point of being separated?
Separated. There was oh wait. Anything happened to you?
Are they the real ones? Did one of them walk out the shower?
I think so.
You should go on catchphrase. Who told you? Oh, Owl Hatch. How did you know that I should go on catchphrase? Gina keeps telling me that.
You are good at catchphrase.
I could win some serious dough on that show. Walks into a room, slaps a dude, doesn't elaborate, leaves. To be fair, it was in speed up. Maybe she elaborated. Did she elaborate? She walked in with a towel, slapped the dude, walked out.
Yes, there was a cutscene beforehand, but I skipped it. It's quite funny. I should have let that one play. Hello.
Soul refresh.
Okay.
What does
No,
soul refresh look like as a
reflections
physical
are in
item?
this. Our reflections are in this.
I hope you feel
Is that
better
the
soon,
one?
Owl Hatch.
Oh yeah. I was just in that room.
Now I've got to go back in it. God. Video games, am I right?
Yeah.
Video games that make you backtrack.
Are you in a love hotel? Yes, I think so.
Hello, Mickey. Is that why there's giant mirrors next to the beds?
Hmm.
Whoa, I hope you can pay for that. That's 7 years bad luck. There's some extra shadow fights if you choose the wrong mirrors. But if you need to build up your meters, you can use them.
That's very true, actually. That's a good point.
Here's the question though, can you run away from those fights? Because if you build your meters up, you've
And
got to
then
then
run
use
away.
one of them at least to win the fight.
Let's see. So if I break this one, do I get a fight? Oh, I can't. Let's go to the higher floor. I didn't know that because I always just go straight for the right one.
Yeah, it's like when we played Sea of Stars yesterday. We were doing the boost tutorial. There's a name for it and I've forgotten now, but we're doing a tutorial and we got 3 questions about the game in the game, and it was like, answer these questions to continue.
No, yeah.
And we answered them and that was the tutorial over. And I was like, what would happen if we got them wrong? Would there have been a fight?
Well, this is the correct mirror, so if I go to one of the other ones...
Yukari may get an automatic Theurgy for the boss or something. I
Oh,
seem to
really?
remember. Carrie's played Persona as well as FF.
Okay.
Carrie's a JRPG connoisseur now.
Right, so this is a wrong mirror, so what happens if I break this?
Although, as far as I'm aware at this moment, White Owl is the Persona connoisseur. White Owl knows their stuff so far. So nothing bad happened
no.
with that one. Unless you have to break all the bad ones.
Wait, which one was it? It was this one, I think.
I've not played Reload, only Fez, but I've watched content. Why are there lamps outside of these doors?
I don't know.
As soon as someone opens the door to walk out, they could very easily bump into a lamp
That's very true.
every single time. Don't put lamps right next to the doors. Also, the amount of bad luck you've got so far, 21, 28 years? I'm going in multiples of 7.
Yeah.
My mind
Hello.
pictured a black Mountain Dew for some reason. What is this? Lovers?
Unforgivable. I'll never forgive you for that.
Good luck.
Oh yeah, she does look. Got a Theurgy.
This one's from the
Oh, go on
She
then.
does, and he already had it.
The source of the mind manipulation here. Watch this.
Okay, this seems a bit tougher than the previous one. I think they did less damage. It's not too bad. Akihiko starts with nothing, of course.
Yeah.
I'm making my way
Well,
through.
Akihiko just used it. We used his to defeat the last boss.
I'm making my way through Atelier if you ever need resident on that. I've not played an Atelier game since the PS2.
What was the one what was the... That's not who I wanted to buff, but okay.
I think I played.
Rorona was the one I played. Atelier
Oh no, you're
Rorona.
right. I have played Atelier Rorona, but I didn't get very far. I wasn't a big fan of it. That's that game where the main character was 14, but then when they released it in the West, they made her 17. And yet nothing else about the game changed. She looked the same. I got into them during the pandemic.
Jesus.
Atelier is a JRPG series. Bit of a niche one. I can't remember what the PS2 one I played was, but it's the only one I gave serious time. I put serious time into because I nearly finished it. Yeah, I can't pronounce anything. Atelier. One of them might be right.
Atelier. No.
Well, if you separate it, it's Atelier.
What's next?
I don't know. Either way. Oh, I played... I don't know if this is the same... Atelier? God, I'm never going to remember that. I played a game on the PSP or PS Vita called Mana Camille. I don't know if that's in the same universe as Atelier? Maybe? Maybe even the same developers, I don't know. I never finished that either. It is the same series. I had a feeling because it looks very similar.
That Nikki game is out now.
Infinite Nikki.
Everyone's
Or Infinity Nikki.
raving about it.
Yes, they were raving about it before it even came out.
Yeah,
Apparently, it was set to be a big deal immediately.
I need to give it a
I
go.
think it's PlayStation exclusive for the time being. If memory serves.
And is it free? You said it was free,
Yeah, it's
right?
free to play. It's a free to play cozy game platformer. That's all I got for it.
People were calling it a gacha game.
Yeah, like Genshin Impact, but not combat.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Oh, it does heal.
What the hell?
Oh, I wonder how often it can do that. 1,500 as well.
Yeah.
You need to be careful about burning through resources now,
I know.
because this fight could last a while.
I do have some items I can use for SP, so
Surely it can't heal forever. Like, does it have its own SP?
it must do.
You never know. With video games, it's 50-50 whether they follow the same rules as the enemies and allies.
That's true. You can drain SP from enemies, so I assume they do.
For example, there is
Oh, it's just done that.
few fights in FF10 where you can drain MP with Lancet, and you can get to the point where you can drain MP until it's got 0, but it can
Right.
still use magic on you, because they just don't follow MP rules.
Oh, okay.
What's that? Oh, you get more susceptible to stuff.
Now's the time.
This thing could be a threat.
Yeah. Could be.
I'll go with.
It's a good thing guard is an option to skip a turn. I think it only heals once. Oh, that's fine then, because
Yeah,
can you imagine if it
that's
waited longer?
It's basically a reset on.
Can you imagine if it got like exactly 1,500 damage then healed itself? Because I'm pretty sure it healed itself pretty prematurely there. It hadn't taken
Oh yeah. it did.
1,500.
I think it's a certain amount of turns through.
They follow MP rules in 10 too.
Bollocks.
It was basically necessary for me to beat one of the optional bosses.
That was pointless, wasn't it?
I think they follow MP rules in FF7 as well, because if you mind blow certain enemies, they just can't hit you anymore with their magic.
Here we go.
It charmed the one who has the spell that cures charm.
So you had to cure her.
So I had to use my one.
If
only
someone's
item.
charmed, can they attack the enemy?
Yeah. No.
Just,
no.
just each other?
She healed the enemy.
Ooh, that's annoying. Take that.
If they're confused, they can attack the enemy. I think. No. If they're confused, they tend to throw items away and stuff.
Trigger.
So.
I'm actually... So, I bought Final Fantasy X-2 when it was brand new on PS2. And by that I mean my mum bought it for me because I'm pretty sure I had a birthday on the way or something.
Yeah.
But she took me to the shop to pick out the game I wanted. And then she probably thought I was... I mean, my mum thought I was gay anyway, but then I said I want Final Fantasy X-2, and she's looking at it and she's like, what, this Charlie's Angels nonsense? What is this? And I was like, it's a sequel to the best game ever. It's got to be good, right? It's got Yuna in it. Riku's there. Anyway, I bought it when it was brand new, day one. I enjoyed what I played for the most part. But it wasn't the game that I stuck with after I beat it. So I never got 100%. A lot of the missions bored me. The most interesting part about the whole game was the combat system. But I did have a habit of just picking my favourite dress spheres and sticking with them.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is I've only beaten the game once in my life on PS2, never replayed it again. I know very little about it compared to FF10 or any other FF game.
I've got 3 Theurgys lined up here.
Blow this fool away.
I'll take care of this.
And what I'm saying is if I ever did do an FF10-2 challenge, I would be stuck. For instance...
Don't you dare, don't you dare. Oh,
I only missed one person.
I don't have...
Oh no! Oh, 10 damage.
Enemies charmed you.
I don't think I've got... Oh, I've got soul refreshes.
Does
I'm
that
not-
wear off over time at least?
What, charm?
Yeah. It's gotta
Yeah, but I
do.
don't know how long. And I don't know how much damage they could do.
Well, her attack was pathetic at least.
If
Annoyingly, it didn't snap Junpei out of it.
I only need to use an item on her because she's got the skill that she can use the skill on those two.
Anyway, let me catch you up.
What are you doing?
They follow MP rules in 426. I got sick of being constantly nuked by her. Some bosses have insane MP into the 10,000s.
In this situation,
I'm sorry, who's Chak? FF102 I think we're talking about. Who's Chak?
Oh, I don't know.
Like I said, I've only beaten the game once. I think I did play the international version because it's the only version we got in Europe, I think. Chak is Lady Unalesca's fiend form.
Oh.
Oh, so she turns into a fiend from 10 to 10 too, after you defeat her. Does that mean that Yuna forgot to send her? Come on, Yuna. Jesus Christ. Oh, I never went through the Via Infinito. Not very far anyway. I heard Trommel is a boss. No, not Trommel.
this is bad, isn't it?
You know the priest who meets you at the beginning of Zanarkand Ruins when you get there in 10? He's there as an unsent, and he's like a boss, I think. I heard that. Anyway, what I was saying was that because I've now watched a little bit of content on 10.2, the HD version, Tremor, that's the name. That's how I got it mixed up. Because I have watched a bit of content, I now realise that there's like a whole monster collection mini game or fiend collection capturing mini game in the whole thing, but it's like quite a big part of the international HD version now, and I had no idea this existed in that version. So that's a whole new thing I'd have to learn. I don't know if I can be arsed. And the only challenge I can think of for 10.2 that seems on brand is doing like, you know when you complete the dress sphere grid and then you can transform into like your floral version or whatever.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that only. That's like the overdrive equivalent of the game, I suppose.
Yeah, but you just switched to the dress sphere that had the least steps on it, and then you got it really
It
quick.
depends if
That's
that
what I used to do.
becomes if that becomes under-leveled eventually, I don't know. I've not played it in so long I forgot how it goes. Why play monster catching when you can play Pokemon? Speaking of, Temtem is free on PlayStation Plus now.
What's Temtem?
A Pokemon knockoff
No.
that didn't get sued by Pokemon and Nintendo.
You missed.
Just figure out how to catch a behemoth and you're fine. With the additions of the creature creator, I doubt it's going to make anyone who doesn't already like it change their mind. I might give that a go. Yeah, I'm probably not
Is
going
it
to...
charmed again? Oh, I'm so sick of this.
I wonder if there's a Rogue Galaxy challenge. Probably not. Because Rogue Galaxy is not... Oh, damn. That was a heel turn. Just like punching you, Junpei in the face. But you know what? Everyone else is like, you know what? I get it.
I get it.
Why does Akihiko sniff his hand when he's hurt? Lost Odyssey. You know what? I have recently re-downloaded that on the very Xbox that Gina's playing on now. And the only reason I've got it is because I saw it for £4 on sale. And Lost Odyssey is another game I've not played since it was new. But my shame, my deep shame, is that I got to disc 4 and didn't finish it. In fact, I think I got to the final dungeon and didn't finish it. I don't even know why. Why do I do this?
Weird feeling.
But yes, there's bound to be a challenge for Lost Odyssey. What I like about Lost Odyssey in terms of a challenge is that it's almost impossible to overlevel. Because you're level capped. I believe. Or should I say the amount of experience you earn after battles is a cap if you're before certain story moments. So you could like, that's already stopping you from just over leveling. So hey, maybe there is a good challenge you could do with Lost Odyssey. Is there an overdrive equivalent? Will that hurt? No, Yukari!
They're all charmed.
And this
And I
boss ain't
can't
even
do a
halfway
thing
down.
about it. I've got to just wait. I've got to try and keep them healed and
You got yourself a challenge on this
wait
one.
for
then.
it to wear
There's me
off.
fearing that it was going to be too easy, and then this
Oh
happens.
my god. Oh my god,
Jesus,
Junpei.
Junpei! Just like
Right.
beating your friend up with a bat with a nail in it.
Please do something.
Remove charm.
Heal them all or so. She can't, I don't think.
Oh, you're such a cow. What good are you?
She could heal them all, that would be nice.
The
Oh, SP, okay.
It could be worse.
Junpei did need that, to be fair.
Now watch him use it to start healing the boss and beating themselves up. Junpei's, look at all this beautiful SP, now just set my friends on fire.
No, that's going to do a lot of damage. It's going to kill you, Kari.
Oh damn, that hurt.
It does it to people who are charmed. It does extra damage to charmed.
The item you're using to remove charm, is it something you could just buy in surplus?
I think I can buy some, yeah.
Because I'm starting to wonder if you need to go back and buy a bunch.
Yeah.
Because that was crazy.
No, wait, do I not have any revives?
Can you buy those too?
Well, crap.
You might have to go back. Just to buy those. If you can afford them. Hello, Finn.
Then I've got to do the first boss again as well. Could I do this without her?
Well, no one could remove charm
Tempted
anymore.
to try.
I mean, you may as well go down swinging.
Yeah. Wait, what's this? Defense.
Why do you guys always have parties on Sundays? Do you work on Monday?
Yeah, that's true. You're having a Christmas party on a Sunday. That's weird.
You already had one! You already had one!
I think it's his work Christmas party.
Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Ashen toilet. Well, that's where he lives. Ashen toilet, no hope for me.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, this is the most
Oh,
action
he recovered
Finn's
straight away.
bomb's going to receive tonight, I'm afraid.
I'm not going to be able to do this.
Oh.
Oh,
That was for hitting me!
I've got one charmed, one feared, the other one just.
Can they be
Guys.
charmed and feared? Can they be cheered?
Guys.
Or charred? Cheered? Cheered. That's a different word.
My Christmas party got cancelled.
My Christmas party got cancelled too.
Like, yours never got.
Well,
Arranged.
when I say cancelled, I mean like this year they decided no.
Yeah.
So the yearly tradition was just removed this time. So yeah, the difference between our Christmas party and your Christmas party is that ours
Yours
would
is
have been
always
paid.
paid for.
Ours would have been paid for.
Yeah.
4 drinks in, and you're still able to type. Well done. What he hasn't told you is that those 4 drinks are shots of Smirnoff Ice. I had to move house when our work Christmas party dinner was happening. Oh, so you couldn't go?
Oh.
Lame. I got stuck in a dungeon of Eternal Sonata and never finished it. I was like 12. Clara, I implore you to go back and finish Eternal Sonata. I won't spoil it for you, but the ending made me feel things that I didn't know a teenage boy could feel. But the ending is also really weird. Like, after the big thing happens, and then you sit through the credits, and then you watch the end. It's like, it's kind of weird and surreal. I won't spoil it. The Coxes are looking divine tonight. It always does. Tim too.
Ah, no one's charmed.
Ah, so that does less damage.
Yeah, knob.
Yukari, pull your skirt down. I like to sit on a Sonata. I will go back. I don't know if I can play it on anything right now. Oh, it's an Xbox exclusive. No, it's on PS3, actually. Ignore me, it's on PS3. So why they've not remastered it by now is beyond me. That game must be like 15 years old by now.
Don't.
Maybe?
Oh,
The enemies charmed you.
Perhaps.
We're on your side.
Yeah, it's gotta be. That game's like 2007, I think. I like that all the characters are named after music-based things as well.
yeah.
And you don't even realise it, because one of them was called Gretto, which is short for Allegretto, and I had no idea what that meant.
I need to change. If I need to start this again, which I'm thinking I might have to, I'm gonna need to change Junpei's weapon
Okay.
because Junpei's weapon causes fear.
Oh,
When he gets charmed and he hits one of us,
that's funny.
he's no good.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
I,
So he's fearing everybody.
yeah.
Damn it, Junpei.
Then he's healing that thing.
Oh, you.
Oh god.
No point dodging it now. Two of you are already charmed.
Can't do anything.
This has been a disaster. Yes, he did
Oh,
heal
you're
the boss.
buffing it.
Thanks a lot. Yukari, whatever your name is. Akihiko, that's it.
Oh my god.
At least they don't have Diarahan.
Diarahan.
Diarahan. That was the heal that.
Yeah.
Big heal.
Yukari has diorama, I think.
A diorama's a different thing, I thought. I made a diorama, look. And then the tier 3 is Diarahan, then tier 4 is diarrhea. when you got diarrhea, you're in for a tier 4.
This ain't gonna.
You got some damage off.
The problem is as well though, if I win this without Yukari, I don't think she gets.
I did like 500 first time you used it, I swear.
Oh, its defense has been buffed thanks to Junpei. What?
This is a mess, Gina.
It is.
You need to buy
I'm gonna
those
need to
charm removing
reload.
items. Hey, you knocked it over.
I'm gonna need to reload, rewind maybe just a day.
Did it hurt you to not do that as well?
Yes, it does every time. And then yeah, I'm gonna have to. No, that's not what I meant to do.
Oh,
How
that would
do
have been
I-
a rule break anyway.
How do I? I'll have to just close the game, I think.
Really? There's no other way?
No, because that usually brings it. Or does it?
There's no soft reset.
How do you usually open up the menu? I think it's Y, but obviously that brings up that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to just. That's not what I meant to do.
He buffs the bosses too. Kick this guy out.
Quit.
All I saw every time I looked at the screen, Junpei and Akihiko were either doing one of two things each: hitting each other, or buffing or healing the boss.
Yes, because you keep getting charmed.
Meanwhile, the main character, who can't speak, by the way, is watching them both going like.
Open it.
I played .hack once in my entire life, and I
Come on.
did not understand what the hell I was doing. I didn't get it at all. So obviously I'm missing something. But I was just lost.
Load.
It's not the game I thought it was at all. Or it's not the franchise I thought it was, or... I don't know, I played it once and I was just like, what's going on? What am I doing?
We might need to go back to. Actually, no. If I go here, I can rewind, can't I? rewind just a day. I only need a day to buy the things that I need. How do you rewind?
System?
Yeah. Yeah, I only need to go back.
In .hack you play a video game. Yeah. I seemed to be in a game, or it seemed to be like an offline
Day
MMO
before.
style kind of thing, but I didn't understand what... I got to the point where I just didn't know where to go anymore. I got lost. I was in a town, and I didn't know where to go to advance the story. I just was like, what am I doing?
Get that bat out of your hands.
What's that one do?
Nothing. Take my drive.
Make sure no one else has a weapon that negatively affects your teammates as well. I'm not going to say that word. Isn't there an Utawa Ware Rumino JRPG out now? I've not watched or heard of that anime.
Right. This charm.
Which ones?
This was by far my most annoying boss. Hello, Mayday.
That's all you pay?
No disfear, but
Don't disfear. Well, there'll be less fear happening because
What
Junpei's
would
not got that baton.
be
baton.
nice is
If you're having trouble sleeping, try taking some
these.
herbs. How many?
Maybe just 5. I don't think I need more than that.
That does not happen every day, Blunt Flunky. There's probably a lot of games that could, a lot of animes that could do with the same treatment. Lazy Lounge says you could wait for a sale day otherwise.
Yeah, I could do, but
What's expensive?
just those. These aren't that. I'm gonna buy some more of these because
How many you got?
they begin. I've got 15 now. That's got to be enough.
Fingers crossed. Like you said, it's mostly Yukari you've got to use them on.
Yes. Let me see. I wonder if there's any. Oh, thank you. Thanks.
I kind of want to play Lost Odyssey now. It's been so long.
Woo.
I feel like if I did a challenge run of Lost Odyssey, not many people would be interested. It's hardly a game anyone's thinking about nowadays. I feel like.
Fear boost.
Hello, Psykings! How are you doing? Guys?
Good.
I'm alright.
Resist poison. Oh, resist charm. No, that says resist confuse.
But it's called Resist Charm.
It's called reason charm.
Is confused the same as...
resist charm. Right. I need to give that.
That makes no sense.
To Yukari
That makes sense.
because I need her to not get charmed.
Now, it says Resist Charm, but is that a guarantee?
It's also resist fear.
Oh, look at that. Main character, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Then again, who's going to be doing the most damage? Kihiko, I think, used his Theurgy more than anyone else. If I remember right. Because the main character has to
But-
constantly take turns to fill it.
Let me buy it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you could buy more than
Yeah,
one,
to be
right?
fair, I can. Yeah, that's true. I could just.
You've got the...
Maybe I should have 2 with resist charm and 2 with resist fear.
Yeah?
So let's.
I'm guessing you can't equip more than one per character.
No. And then Akihiko with fear. Okay, that should help.
I'd love a Lost Odyssey challenge. I'd be interested in looking into one, but I don't know if I would want to commit to it if I don't think it's going to be an interesting video for a lot of people. Whereas FF10 is widely regarded as one of the best JRPGs of all time, so it's like, I know for a fact people are going to watch that. Lost Odyssey didn't have Square Enix's name on it at the time, and it's console exclusive, so there's much less eyeballs who are even aware of the game. Is Lost Odyssey not even on PC? Is it literally just Xbox exclusive? I can't say I've ever checked. I don't know how many people are thinking about Spyro. Many people are thinking about Spyro. More than Lost Odyssey. I guarantee it. If you asked the world's gamers what's got more nostalgia value, Spyro or Lost Odyssey, overwhelmingly Spyro, surely.
Oh yeah.
And the fact is, a Spyro game came out like 6 years ago. Lost Odyssey has one game that came out like 15 years ago plus. It is Xbox exclusive. Spyro at least stayed in existence because of Skylanders. Yeah, they tried to shoehorn Spyro's name into Skylanders to improve sales. Not that it needed it, I don't think, because Skylanders sold really well anyway.
I'm hungry. Would have eaten properly before the stream.
Yeah, you had some sushi, didn't you? You finished them, I assume.
Yeah.
I'm not hungry.
No, you had a dinner.
So there. Yeah, it was a pretty good dinner. I don't know if it was worth the price. It was alright. No, it was okay.
Less than you would have paid at a restaurant,
Yeah,
at least.
that's true. But it was about the same price as Kokoro.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
But to be
Comments,
fair, the chicken
operation.
tasted way better than Kokoro's.
Really, I don't like the chicken in Kokoro.
Yeah, that. I think the curry sauce in Kokoro is better,
Mm.
but that chicken was like much better. I have a feeling that was the reason it was the price that it was.
Yeah, probably.
Because they basically just took a quality chicken steak and just cut it up.
Alright, let's do this again.
Oh,
Well, we know we can do the first one. It wasn't even that much of a challenge.
Honestly, Gino, it's kind of dangerous going to Marks and Spencer's and then liking it because it makes you want to go back and spend those
my Jaffa
prices.
cakes.
Oh yeah, you could eat them for your dinner.
I could.
I'll have the cookies.
Lord Shadow is a
By the way, those cookie compartments that are supposed to have 3 and some have
Yeah.
2. If you look at the back, there's more with 2 and.
Really?
So you know how you look at one aisle and you're like, oh, there's 3 and there's 2. You look at the back and the ones that have 3 on it at the back only have 2.
Well then.
They did this on purpose to make the box bigger, to make it look like
Yeah.
there was more in there. You guys have no idea what we're talking about.
No.
We're getting robbed. Why is Reignited 6 years old already? It's insanity. And yet we've got absolutely zero mention of any new Spyro game. Whereas when when the Crash Insane trilogy came out, Spyro 4 got greenlit pretty damn quick. It's not like Spyro Reignited trilogy is the best-selling Spyro game of all time or anything. Oh wait.
Can you get my Jaffa cakes for me, please? Now that I've
Sure.
remembered them, I want them.
That's true, by the way. Spyro Reignited. Highest-selling Spyro game of all time. 10 million sales, I think. Where's Spyro 4, you bitches? 6 years for Rayman fans, those are rookie numbers, that's true. We've not had a home console Rayman game for like 10 years. How nuts is that? I say 10
pretty
years.
crazy.
It's more like 9 years. 9 or 10. Rayman Legends came out like 9 years ago. That's nuts. Do you know how I know this?
God, I'm so hungry.
used to come to the theater. The enemy's taking fear into you.
Why does this religious symbolism looking boss have a big old chest? I don't know.
Trigger.
I wish I knew, but I don't. Wait, didn't... I suppose it resists fear, but it doesn't actually, like, completely... Still, though, I feel like that was a waste now. Hmm. Bit of a waste.
Junpei-kun, will he be able to fight?
I definitely equipped those accessories when I bought them.
Fear into you. Someone might run.
Hmm.
Just one more. Take that.
Crash 4 sold well, but still nowhere near as good as Insane Trilogy. I think it's the it's got to be the nostalgia aspect of it, isn't it?
I'll take care of this. I've got this.
Because people will have, I don't know, played or at least heard of Crash and Spyro from before. So then when the newer ones came out, you get the audience where it's nostalgic for them because they played it before. And then you'll get the audience that didn't play it as kids but have heard of it, so wanted to play it. So I feel like you've sort of doubled your audience with that.
I have to do this.
Need to use that. Yeah, that's true. Larger number of gamers today than you did back then. That is also true. Tombi 3. I feel like I've heard of that. I don't think I've ever played it, but I've definitely heard of it. Tombi. Ow! Why are they open?
Yeah, what?
Thank you. Oh, you got your Swiss roll?
I do.
I'll go with.
I know this because it was originally a Wii U exclusive. Rayman Legends. And then it came on PS3
Theurgy,
and 4.
I think I can use it now.
We're talking Cooler World now.
Junpei-kun,
I haven't thought about Cooler World in years. I had a demo of
we
it,
should run away.
but then again I feel like everyone back then had a demo of it.
The enemy's stoking fear into you. Someone might run.
Delivering just for you.
Legacy of Kain's story is still unfinished and we have a cliffhanger from 2004. Well, that'll be interesting because I can play the remasters and find out what that cliffhanger is, finally. Because I've not actually played the games properly. I grew up on Tombi 1 and 2. Again, a game I've only played a demo of.
Yeah, I never played it, but I've heard of it.
But
I don't know if I just heard of it through you though. Or...
it's on the PS5 now.
The enemy lines are broken. Now, Yukari-chan, don't let the fear get to you.
What to do?
I don't get that. It's called Tombi in the UK, but it's called Tomba in America.
Oh, really?
And I don't know why.
Junpei-kun, will he be able to fight? Help me.
You bought it and platted it on day one last week. That's crazy.
Got it all mapped out.
I need to.
You know
give
what
it
I
a
should have
try.
done? I should have bought 4 of each of those accessories.
Okay.
Equipped the fear ones on everyone for this fight, and equipped the charm ones on everyone for the next fight.
That'd have been quite
People are
clever.
still getting feared.
You could go back and do it.
I could do. I think I will, because
That's smart.
and I'm pretty sure I can afford it. So
Did you save after buying the first
I
wave
did.
of items, so you can just
Did.
buy the rest?
yep, just buy 2 more of each.
Oh, Tombi was already a brand of baby stuff in America.
I have heard that, actually.
I didn't know that. That could make sense. I heard that they had to change GIF to SIF, the cleaning product, because
They
in
did.
some countries it meant something offensive.
I think it was the other way around, wasn't it? It was Sif. They had to change it to. No, you're right. You're right.
Because I remember thinking Jif was a better name. It'll be clean in a jiffy kind of thing. Then they had to change to Sif with a C. For some reason, and then there was adverts on TV that were like, "We've rebranded, we're really expanding, and as part of this, we're going to change our name from Jif to Sif. It's going to be a huge deal for us." I'm like, okay, but why? Then I found out, like, in German or something, it means something really offensive. Because they were trying to expand the branding to other countries, it just didn't work. Something like that.
Alright, so.
Well, I've had my apricot Swiss roll.
Prices are a bit lower today.
It needs eating, you see. It's got a date on it, isn't it? What can you do?
It's got a date on it.
I'm a good person.
That what you want? All right then.
So, when I lived with my mum and sister many years ago,
That what you want? All right then.
my sister would wake me up. Not wake me up, but like in the middle of the night, she'd come into my room like midnight and be like, "I'm hungry. Can you come downstairs with me?" She was scared of the dark.
All right then. That what you
So I went downstairs with her so she'd get some food. And now and then I'd be convinced to get something while I'm there, a biscuit, maybe some crisps. And we looked in the fridge and we saw some leftover cake that was bought from a supermarket or something. And we looked at the date on it and it was that day. When we looked at the time,
You had
and it was
better
like
eat it then.
5 minutes to midnight until it got to that day. And we were
You
like,
think it just suddenly went bad?
we were like, "Oh no, what do we do? Eat it quick!" And then we just sat there eating cake. And then as we were eating it, my sister goes, "We're good people. No one will get poisoned tomorrow, thanks to us." Wake you up inside? Can't wake up? That song would have been so much funny if it was all questions. Wake me up inside? Can't wake up? Save me? Bid my blood to ride?
Run.
That's what I meant to say. But I was trying to rhyme with the previous line.
Bid my blood to ride. What does that mean?
But I said inside, so I tried to rhyme, and then I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Run doesn't rhyme with inside, but
No,
it
but
up.
it rhymes with the next.
Up, that makes more sense, right. If Tombi is some baby product, it is long forgotten. Nothing pops up in Google. I've seen pita bread a year past its sell-by looking the same as if it were fresh, which is scary.
God.
Don't
A
trust
year.
pita bread then. The only reason I didn't get Crash 4 was the price. Yes, it was a bit stupid. I didn't get it for the same reason. I mean, when... Theurgy, thank you for the 20 months. Oh boy, full moon. Thanks, Theurgy. When the Crash reignited... Sorry, I keep saying that. When Crash Insane Trilogy came out, it was like 30 quid. And everyone was like, 30 quid for 3 games? Yeah, I'm down. And they were basically remakes, not remasters, because they were made from the ground up. They were just completely modeled after the originals.
Yeah.
And it sold absolute gangbusters.
Yes.
Then they were like, quick, green light Crash 4, because the trilogy did so well. And it did. And then Crash 4 came out, and it was like 65 quid on the PS Store, and probably other retailers. And everyone was like, whoa, what is this? And whereas you could complete the game, and if you wanted to 100% the game, it would take you like 50, 60, 70 hours. If you wanted to play it casually and not go for 100%, you could beat it in like 5 hours. So it was like a bit of a rip-off price-wise.
Right. We all have the Resist Fear accessories on.
This thing's the boss?
Don't forget to change it before the next boss.
It's more normal looking than I expected.
Yeah, okay, so when Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart first came out, it was £70. 70. That was like one of the first games that started to get a bit stupid with their prices, especially PlayStation exclusives. £70. Guess what? I've gone back to the game recently and I've completed it. 100%, mind you. And I think it took me about 8 hours. Or 10, roughly. That's stupid. Now, granted, I can do a new game plus to maximize all my weapons, and the game gets harder, so you can, like, get a replay value out of it, but good God.
Yeah.
£70? Are you having a giraffe?
I'll go with.
So, whenever a PlayStation exclusive comes out now and they try to slap a £70 price tag on it, I say no. How much did the Spyro remake game cost? I don't know how much it cost brand new, but I bought it for £12 on sale.
Thanks.
Because I didn't get that right away either.
I'll take care of this.
And I'm kind of regretting it, because now that I've played it, I would kind of have a hard time going back to the originals. I guess it's what you gradually get more used to. I know a lot of time and effort goes into making games, but these prices are crazy. What happened? Oh, it's not 100% chance, is it?
I know, but still, 2 of them? When
Maybe-
they're both wearing the
Well, last
theme?
time it was 3. So it helped a bit.
Still annoying.
What it's gonna have to just do, I'm afraid.
At least they're a little bit less likely.
If you win by the skin of your teeth, it'll be content.
True.
Ratchet and Clank was one of the ones I was happy to buy day one. I've basically never been disappointed with an Insomniac game since I was like 8. But I wouldn't go that far for most devs. I like Ratchet and Clank a lot more than most people. I'm a big fan of the series. But if I have to be entirely honest, Rift Apart was not one of the better ones.
What to do?
It's simply just a good game. It's not up there. Like, Ratchet and Clank 2 is still my favorite.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is, it's my favorite because of one of the weapons in the game I think is the best weapon in any Ratchet and Clank game. The Plasma Storm is easily the best weapon in the entire franchise for me. And they brought it back in number 3, but they nerfed it. So, Ratchet and Clank 2, buy the Plasma Storm as soon as you can. Well, the Plasma Coil, then you have to upgrade it into the Plasma Storm. And then you just got a fun time ahead of you. Just murder everything with the Plasma Storm. And then when you go into New Game Plus, you can upgrade it further. So it's great. I might do a New Game Plus with Ratchet and Clank though. I thought Rift Apart was amazing. I like it. It's like, let's put it this way, there's a lot worse Ratchet and Clank games. But in general, I like it. Honestly, the more Ratchet and Clank games steered away from being platformers, the more focused on the combat, the more I've gradually started leaning away from being into them as much.
Hey, J-Paw.
Hello! The story is good, but needed a little bit more. Yeah, it could have been longer for that reason. I'm not so sure I agree, Clara. I wish that the Emperor didn't exist. I think he's much less interesting than Dr. Nefarious. Like, much less interesting. I think he's boring, actually. Yeah, I said it. The black hole gun. Yeah, the Rift Ripper, I think it was. That I did like that, actually, yeah.
The best bet.
Oh, Jack and Daxter, when will you return? Will you ever? Probably not. Jack and Daxter 1's my favourite of the 3, yeah, because 2 and 3 become less of a platformer. However, I think, rather than becoming less of a platformer in 2 and 3, they simply struck a balance between combat and platforming, and they did it okay. So, I think Jack and Daxter 2 and 3 are a less egregious example of steering away from the original genre. Like, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart basically is not a platformer. It's just, we're doing some combat. That's about it. It may as well not be a platformer at this point. Whereas Jak 2 and 3, I think, struck a decent balance. I've not played Lost Frontier either. I don't hate myself that much.
I could have sworn she had the stronger healing thing. I could have sworn I saw it earlier.
Before you reloaded.
I don't know when, but I could have sworn, because I remember thinking, oh, why have I been using Dio when she's got that one?
To be fair, Dia healed by quite a lot.
Oh, it does, but I could have sworn she had it earlier.
Maybe you leveled it up before the reload?
No, she leveled up after this fight, I think.
Oh yeah, that could make sense. Then she has it for the next one.
Everyone did.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that might have been it.
I may have asked this before, but have you played Ys 8? I've only played one YS game in my entire life, and that was the Ark of Napishtim. And... no, that's wrong. I've played Memories of Selceta. Or is it Selketa? I don't know. I've heard that the two that I've played are not the, like, best two. So I've heard that 8 and maybe even 7 is, like, way better. And I guess 10, apparently it's up to 10. I've heard they're way better, so I would probably like them if I tried them. I don't get much time to play these games. When I get Ratchet and Clank completed, I'm debating going back to Rebirth, but I don't know if I want to.
I still need to start that.
When I start playing Dragon Quest 3, that's all I'm going to be doing. Like, when I started playing Dragon Quest 11, you couldn't get me off it. And when I finally completed it, I felt like my life was over. You know, when you beat a game that you're really into, and it's like, well, now what do I do?
Yep.
What do I do on my spare time now? I may as well just become an invalid and just sleep forever.
I don't think you can say that word.
Oh, can I not?
I don't think so.
I mean, it's basically just the word invalid. I must have just become invalid. That's what I meant to say.
You might be able to say that.
I pronounced it wrong. I quite like the Ark of Napishtim. I think the other two games in the same style, Oath of Felghana and Origin, are much better. Rebirth's great, but a bit too much filler and padding. Yeah. And the annoying thing is I don't want to necessarily skip the filler and padding because I feel like maybe it'll be interesting, but I don't know.
Does the thing happen in that one? Or is that in the third?
It encompasses that scene, yes.
See. It's in it. That happens.
What?
That happens. Does it happen in Rebirth?
It's the ending of that
Okay.
game. But I will say nothing more.
Well, because I knew there were rumours that were like, oh, they're going to not do it. And
I don't know.
they're not.
I've not got there myself, and I've avoided spoilers, so I don't know. I have no idea what actually happens or what changes or whatever. I'll get there at some point, maybe. Or maybe I'll just watch you get there. Or maybe I'll just watch the cutscenes online, I don't know. Selteto is probably the most dull of the series. I should try them, but I just know that as soon as I start playing Dragon Quest 3, that's all I'm going to play. When Dragon Quest Monsters, Dragon Quest Joker Monsters, whatever it's called, when the third one came out, The Dark Prince, I was addicted to it for ages. I got it 2 days early on the Switch, because it just arrived 2 days early. Genie gave it to me 2 days early.
Yeah, it did.
So I started playing it, binging it on those 2 days. And then I started like looking up stuff because I was like, oh, I need to know how to optimize this and do that and whatever this. And there was no information online because I was like, oh yeah, I'm 2 days early. Of course there's no
Yeah.
information online. But then I found a Japanese wiki that people were populating as I was playing, and I translated it. And I was getting the answers I needed then. I have all the Jak and Daxter games on... oh, random world record. With the new book. Got you covered, why, kid? Right, what's new in here? Let's have a look. What we got? Got some weird stuff in here. I'm already seeing it.
Just one more. Take that.
Jeez, okay, hold on. I need to, like, find an interesting page.
Thanks.
God, there's a whole page dedicated to Rubik's Cubes. Oh, God, no, I hate this person. Ugh,
And a gaming one after that as well.
I never want to see that picture ever again.
What person?
The person with the longest fingernails.
To do.
You can exit my existence, thank you.
I'm not being funny, but I've got 3 people with fear now.
To do this.
Whoa, hold on a second.
What was the point in these accessories?
World's tallest man.
Use it now.
Oh,
How tall do you reckon the world's tallest man is?
12 foot.
Oh, you despise Rebirth. Harry despises Rebirth. I didn't know you despised it. This is the first time you've told me your opinion on it, I think. You actually said to me I'd be interested to know what you think about it, and then never gave your own opinion until now.
I've not played it yet.
I don't... I just don't think RPGs work very well when they're not turn-based. Because the strategy just tends to go away at that point. You can't think about your next move. Imagine if the next Pokemon game came out and it wasn't turn-based, but it was the official Gen 10 game.
Yeah, it would be.
It was like, well, you'd be like, what are you doing? That's what it's felt like to me ever since Final Fantasy stopped being turn-based.
You're the best. Now's the time.
Soul River Remaster comes out soon. I thought it was already out. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. The world's tallest man is still that Sultan guy. It is... Yeah, Sultan Kosen. He's 8 foot, 2.8 inches.
Oh,
8 foot 2.
I was a bit off then.
What'd you say?
12 foot.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's the same thinking, Carrie. Is an FF16 action RPG. Take away the R, the P, and the G, and you're about right. It's just an action game. And I will not be convinced otherwise. As someone who's completed it, tell me where the RPG elements are. Just tell me. Because they stretch the definition of RPG in that game. Right, gaming world record. Let's see.
Missed everyone that time, so that's good.
What to do.
I wanted to read that one, but it's not that interesting. It's funny.
It's a gaming one.
Yeah, some of these are like
Pull the trigger.
the fastest completion time for this particular game. And it's like, okay. That is a world record, technically, I suppose. I migrated here from YouTube to see how it is. Hello, white kid. Thank you for your migration. I wouldn't technically say that turn-based is the main part of an RPG. It's probably part of it, but you also have to like have a bit of role-playing in it, you know? Like,
But aren't you role playing as the main character?
in that case, every game's an RPG.
That's what I thought. What makes an RPG an RPG? The story?
I thought it was like
Storyline?
character building. You have to, like turn-based helps in this regard, obviously.
Yes.
You can play as multiple characters, and in that respect, FF7 Rebirth kind of has that. But with FF16, you only ever play as Clive. The story dictates who your teammates are. You can never change them in and out, literally ever. There is no point in the entire game where you can change your party. It's just determined by the particular story mode, the point of story you're in.
Okay.
There's no status effects in the game whatsoever. You never get blinded. You can never get confused. Whatever, anything like that. They don't exist. So if you play on an easy difficulty, you can win just by spamming the square button.
There it is. That's what happened. Just learnt it.
Cool.
It was because she
Nice.
leveled up.
Now, something like Kingdom Hearts, you could argue the same thing. Just go in and spam the button. You don't change your party much. In the first game, you kind of can. In the second game, you kind of can. Well, okay, you can change your party around depending on the Disney world you're in, I guess. But you could argue it's just spam the button and win. But at least there's like... You can find hidden equipment and equip it, and things can change. This equipment boosts this and that you can strategize a little bit with that regard. FF16 does kind of have that, but it all just boils down to this has the highest stats on it, equip that at all times. Because there's no protection against statuses or ATB bar speed kind of
here
thing.
we go. Yeah.
Oh god. Did you see the Atlas logo on that gel
Yeah.
thing? I assume this is a mirage or an illusion. But anyway, yeah, you learn abilities in Kingdom Hearts that you can transfer in and out and like choose a setup, a build, if you will, for your character. Whereas in FF16, you learn new abilities, but they're just all attacking. They're all attacking abilities,
Yeah.
and they're on cooldowns. So it's just like any action game at that point. It just feels like I'm playing God of War when I play it. That's not to say it's a bad game. It's a good action game. A very good action game, even.
I'm sorry.
It's just a far cry from any actual RPG or any other Final Fantasy game. Anyway, that's my rant. I actually found a good page here now. The best-selling PS4 exclusive, if anyone's interested in that one. It's... What? That's not interesting.
Using my bearings with this map.
When was their Fallout Lego? I think that's fan-made.
Oh,
Wait, serious?
What was the first HD video game console?
HD?
Yeah. It might not be that difficult of a question for some, but we'll see.
Yes, two.
I don't care if something's an RPG or not. I just look
Oh,
forward to
Xbox
good
360 is
games.
a good guess, actually. Could be that.
Okay, it wasn't that difficult after all. It was the 360.
Yeah, that makes sense.
November 2005. It could be HD or not, depending on the output you use, because I think it had
Oh, right.
SCART as well as HDMI. So, me and Ashley were playing Borderlands 1 on it,
Yeah.
and the icons on the minimap, you could not tell what they were. They were just blurs of pixels. We were like, how are they possibly expecting you to see that and understand what any of this is? And then one day we put the HDMI cable in and we were like, oh, now I get it.
Alright.
Alright, here we go again. Right, we've all got the charm accessories on. I need to add that to the bullet point script
Yes.
thing.
And this will probably be the last boss of the stream.
Been the only boss.
I mean, the last thing that you do.
Yes.
When did the PS2 release? That was like 2000...
We have items that will help.
2005? No, sorry, I'm... 2001. 2001. I was
That
thinking of
makes
PS3. I don't know why. It was like 2001, I think, in Japan anyway.
I wonder why she starts with her Theurgy in this one.
Is this
Maybe
specifically
it's because-
related to her story?
Maybe it's because no.
She was the one naked in the shower.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was about to say maybe it's because this shadow pissed her off.
I think PS3 was 2006. Because it was definitely after the Xbox 360. And I think it was summer 2006 because I remember getting it for my birthday and it being really new at the time. And then I think back to how much the PS3 cost when it was brand new and I'm like, Mum, what were you thinking? I'd have told my kid to just do one right then and there. Oh, Yukari is powered by the power of shame. Must be it. Oh look, he's
Yeah.
charmed.
Please, we're on your side.
Ooh.
We'll kill him.
Oh, hot damn. You got the Wii for your birthday. I didn't own the Wii till way later. Did the PS not have a HDMI port? No. Not on by default for sure, no. Wasn't the PS3 the cheapest Blu-ray player when it came out? I don't know if it was the cheap. I think it might have possibly been the cheapest Blu-ray player actually because I think Blu-rays were like stupidly expensive, the players, when they came out.
See, when I was a kid, we had consoles that were like household consoles. But the first console I got that was actually mine was the PS2.
And you specifically wanted the big one?
I wanted the big one, but the Slim had just come out, and it was the only one we could find. So I had to have a Slim.
Well, blessing in disguise, because that probably lasted longer than the big one, because the big ones were dying as that one was coming out.
Yeah, probably.
Suspiciously. Hello, Viking. I used to use my PS2 to watch DVDs, same. I borrowed DVDs off Ashley.
Yeah,
I
I
like
used mine too.
Futurama DVDs and stuff, just to watch them in my room, because I never got to watch DVDs in my room before.
What's next?
Right, accuracy of these.
Then I started buying WWE DVDs. I've not played Persona 3 Reload yet. I did play Fez and Portable.
I think I can use it now.
Yeah, the first one I played was Fez. I didn't really like Portable, but I think that's just because I don't. I'm not a big fan of handheld gaming, for the most part.
In this
So,
situation,
Has this healed itself yet?
yes, it's just done it.
Okay.
But I loved Fez. And I think they did a really good job with Reload, actually.
I'll go with.
Yeah, it would have been nice if it was like the ultimate version of the game that had everything in it from all the other ones. The choice of a female protagonist would have been nice.
Yeah, it would have been. That is true.
Seductive breath.
please.
At least it uses a turn for that.
Oh no, I've got the tiniest bit of.
Theurgy is this game's version of overdrives
Yes.
slash limit breaks.
It's new for Reload.
Yes. So you see the moving bars next to the character's portraits on the right side of the screen above Gina's head. When they
Yes,
get
the
to maximum, they
orange
can
and
use them.
green.
So the main character now has the word max next to his head. He can now use his Theurgy.
Yeah,
Everyone's
so when it
Theurgy
gets
is a bit
back round to
different.
his turn, you'll see it.
Do all Theurgies cause damage? Except
No,
Fuka?
now you can get healing ones.
Okay.
This weird feeling.
The only way they can learn new Theurgies, I believe, is by getting different personas. So, like specific personas. Heal the fuck. Yukari!
Yeah, so the first one that he has restores 50% HP and raises accuracy and evasion for all allies.
Wait, so his name isn't Max? It can be if you want it to be. We've called our character
Max.
Got Theurge. Gets a Theurgy King. Well, that's good damage. Oh,
See you, Tor.
This is your
Goodbye,
chance for an
Tor.
all-out attack. Yukari's been charmed. Can you snap her out of it?
knocked it down, but have to not kick it while it's down.
Job of all these items.
Yeah, Yukari, you're supposed to be the one not getting thinged.
Yeah, no, right.
And again, you all got the thing equipped.
We all got it, yeah, and she was the only one that got charmed, so can't really complain. Hey, Jai.
Hello, Joy. There's a couple of scenes exclusive to the female protagonist too. It would have been nice to see them included.
Yeah, and the social links as well. Well, not social links, but the romances.
Yeah.
Because as a male protagonist, you can only romance the female characters, and as a female protagonist, I think you can only romance the male.
If they
characters.
really wanted to push the boat out, and it's not probably not Alice's style, but they could have made both genders be available, but all social links / romances be available no matter what you picked as well.
Yeah, yeah, that would have been cool.
Unless, of course, the character that you're attempting to romance is canon straight, then maybe not. But if anyone was not, then you probably could have had that option. But I don't really buy Atlus doing extra work like that.
Nah.
They sold the DLC. Well, sorry, they sold the additional content that was in the Fez version of Persona 3 as DLC for this one. They're scrounging every penny they can get out of the
yeah,
franchises.
they always do.
And they're gonna no doubt sell a special version of Metaphor at some point, like a royal version.
Yeah.
But they'll call it the regal version. Actually, no, they can't. Could they do that? Because I think FF15 is called the regal version, isn't it? The special version. Have you gotten to episode Aegis in your casual playthrough?
I haven't bought it.
We don't own the DLC, but you have beaten the game, so you could any time now.
Yeah. I actually don't remember. It's weird because I had Fez, but I don't remember doing anything after the end of the game. But it has been a long time. I can't find it on Game Pass, Jai. We have Game Pass, but when I go onto it, it just gives me the price. It doesn't tell me.
I think it might have been maybe temporary then.
Well, I can't find it on Game Pass. It just tells me to buy it, so.
Oh, FF15's special edition was called the Royal Edition. So in that case, they could call the Metaphor one the Regal Edition, because that is like in relation to the game itself. They like the word regal and regicide.
Did you look in the perks section? Where's the perks?
I
Just
don't
looked in
know.
Game
I
Pass.
don't know Xbox.
Bitch. Oh, I need to change her weapon as well.
Wow, what's she doing?
Cause distress or something.
Never mind.
Do what distress really does though, to be honest.
I
The
don't know.
icon that looks like a present. Well, I'll have a look after this then and see. But all I know is when I went to Game Pass and then looked for the DLC, because I wouldn't mind playing it.
They did good damage.
Your distress.
Good. He barely ever gets his Theurgy. He better do good damage.
Fest didn't have a post-end game. Episode Aegis was a different game with no carryover.
Oh, in that case, then no, I've never played it.
Oh.
What does distress do? Does anyone know?
I'll go with.
Yeah, because so far, what's different?
Yeah, nothing.
Don't know. Have to Google it.
Maybe. Because I don't know whether it's worth trying to get rid of or not, or if I just leave it.
Alright, let's find out.
What's next? Help me.
What the hell does stress even do?
Gives a higher chance for the enemies or characters to receive a critical hit when getting an attack.
Is that it?
It's gone now anyway, but yeah, I suppose so. So you're just more likely to get critted.
Well, I guess that's good for her to have in a casual playthrough.
Yeah.
Can't stop me now.
But how often do the enemy crit you?
Not too often. This one has a couple of times.
Then again, if it hits an elemental weakness, doesn't that count as a crit?
No. cancels it in a weakness.
Oh, okay.
They do the same thing essentially. They do extra damage and knock you down, but
Oh
there's
dear.
a crit.
She wasn't even distressed.
Oh, flipping it.
Oh dear.
Oh, she recovered from it
recovered
super
it.
quick though.
Is
Which
that
means,
part of the equipment?
no, I don't know, because he was recovering from stuff really quick earlier. He was recovering from fear really quickly, and she was recovering from charm really quickly. So I don't know if it's something to do with.
But she doesn't recover from charm really quickly consistently, right? It's just sometimes.
Yeah. Don't know.
Thanks.
Give him hell.
Well, are you noticing you're getting charmed less
Oh
frequently?
yes, yeah, way less for sure.
I just hope
Definitely
this
feels
game
a
is as
little bit
hard as the
easier.
original, because Persona 5 Reload Royal left me underwhelmed with how easy it is, even on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to be fair, we've been trying to play it before we got Theurgy. We were playing like do minimal things, and even then we didn't have too much of an issue. The first full moon boss was the biggest issue, but after that it's nothing's really been a challenge until now, so obviously we're still early on, but
To do.
yeah, I think they are just easy. I mean, you can put them up to the hardest difficulty, I guess.
I guess minimal battles was relatively challenging
Yeah, that was.
to begin with. Whether it would remain that way, I don't know.
Until we got to the second full moon boss.
I do wonder, is there
It's easy.
an RPG out there, like a JRPG, I guess, where a challenge could be you can never open the menu. So in this game, you would never be allowed to open the menu and go to equipment or the persona screens or whatever in there, or whatever it is you can do in the menu, you just can't do it. If I use FF10 for example,
I mean, yeah, I suppose so.
someone did that in FF7. Okay. Because in FF7 you wouldn't be able to change materia, equipment. God, I don't know. No
Didn't you do that
saving.
in No Junctioning? I would close, I suppose. Close.
I did use the menu for some stuff, I think. Maybe.
But it's in that sort of ballpark, isn't it?
Yeah, it's similar to that.
What's next?
I think there's been some Legend of Zelda games where you can't open your menu, so you can't like go to your items and stuff like that. I think those challenges might exist. It's annoying because I keep finding games that have interesting glitches,
Yeah.
but there's nothing I can do to use those into a challenge.
Just one more.
Like, for example,
I'll go with
the Hobbit game
Oh yeah.
that was on like PS2 and Xbox
Yeah.
and PC, I guess. There were loads of stupid glitches that let you jump further than normal. Like you can jump far bigger gaps than you'd expect to be able to jump. And you can get out of bounds in places and stuff like that. But like, what's the challenge run?
Yeah.
Like, what do I actually do with all this? One thing that was suggested was, and apparently this is possible because there are speedruns of it, but never using any items. So apparently the Hobbit game is supposed to get items and give them to NPCs
Oh right.
to complete missions to then be able to advance to the next level. But apparently there's skips and glitches you can do that involve you getting the items but then never handing them over, and you can still progress. So it would basically be a burglar run. So you just keep everything. That kind of thing.
Well, I mean, Bilbo was a burglar,
Yeah.
so it makes sense.
Do you want to know a funny glitch in Medieval on PS1? when you jump and then pause the game in midair, while you're in midair, the main character, after you pause the game, still falls down to the ground. So you jump, pause, they land, and the game pauses. So the menu comes up before the game actually freezes, and it's only when your character then is then back on the ground that the game freezes and the pause is active. If you jump off a cliff to where you should fall and die, but then pause the game in midair, he'll fall into the void and die, but because you're paused, it won't class as a death. If you then unpause when your character's fallen below the death plane, he falls for ages underneath the level where you can barely even see him, and eventually loops back around to the top of the level and falls back down to where he started. This means that if you hold a direction the entire time you're falling, and then you come back down from above, you can like get past impassable walls. You can fall down and then fall above it and get over it. Now there's no fall damage in the game, so Medieval's broken.
Sounds it.
The same guy did no menu challenge for FF7 and 9. No triangle button. No triangle button?
Triangle button over the menu?
I guess so. Yeah, that opens the menu, doesn't it?
Suppose it
That
would.
makes more sense, yeah. Never press triangle. Because in FF10, that means you can never defend either. Because that is literally the defend button.
Oh. Press the button for me.
I think I was debating no menu for Kingdom Hearts as well. But I feel like that would just eventually turn into like a super version of a low level run. Because then there'd be no equipment, no abilities.
Yeah, true.
Well, you still level up, I guess. You just wouldn't be able to equip anything new. I don't know. I don't think it'd be that interesting. You'd just be a bit more stunted in what you can do, but you can still get through. I'm still so stumped on Kingdom Hearts.
It's
Maybe
crazy how much easier this fight has been just
on that equipment.
just because we're not getting... Literally the only thing I've changed is that I've put on something that makes us not get charmed as often.
Did you restore Yukari's SP?
No, that's just how much she's used.
But, I mean, she's like barely healed anybody.
She's been healing, but also I've been healing with these other characters as well.
I was about to say, like, how has Yukari been filling up her...
Well, don't forget her SP only costs 25% of what it did now.
But she's used like 2 points of it, by the look of it.
Nah, she's used a few.
I don't think you'll find
how many she
anything
starts with.
someone hasn't already done in Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I already did do something that hasn't been done in Kingdom Hearts, but I don't know whether it's worth doing a video of it.
Yeah.
Think I can use it now.
I'm in two minds. It was so long ago. I did Kingdom Hearts 1 with only...
There you go, one of the Theurgy's healed SP as well. That would
Oh,
be
that explains it.
Fuka's.
Because there's no way her SP would be like near max without you restoring it. She must have done some more healing than that.
Yeah, Fuka restored it, I believe.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Oh, 2 on the bounce.
Yeah, I did Kingdom Hearts 1 with the X button being spammed constantly, automatically,
Yeah.
every frame, I guess. So, it was a struggle, and there's some interesting stuff in there, here and there. I just don't know if it was interesting enough for a video.
Well, I don't need that.
Damn, I'm getting jacked.
So I don't need that. So...
Looks like I'm getting even stronger.
Beat Kingdom Hearts with a DDR pad. Yeah, it had its funny moments.
Third full moon boss done.
Nice. And the first one within the challenge rules.
Yeah. Had to try it a couple of times, but
Nicely done. It's good to fail though, because that's... You put it in the video and be like, this boss can do this, this and this.
Yeah.
This is why it's hard. Look how it destroyed us. But here's
yeah,
what you
got-
do to now
so we
defeat
had to
it.
fight 2 in this full moon. One of them causes fear on everyone and the other one causes charm on everyone. So we had to go and buy these two, blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
That can all go in the script.
Another confession, Carrie. I've not played Chrono Trigger beyond like the first few hours. And even then, that was way back. I'd have to actually play it properly. I'm sorry.
Right, I'm going to save it here. And then, where did you say it was, Jai?
We're now doing live Let's Find the DLC.
Game Pass. Oh, perks.
Oh god, you can't search.
What? Oh, there, look.
Look at that. Join
Oh,
Ultimate.
You need Ultimate. You didn't say that, Jai. That explains why
Is
I couldn't have it.
Finn not an Ultimate then?
I assume not.
So he's too cheap for Spotify Premium, and he's too cheap for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
I think it just says standard Game Pass.
I thought you were said I think he just has standards. Wow. I think Tom has Ultimate. Robbie's account.
Oh, really? Robbie's account. I see.
I find it relatively funny that we're using an Xbox Series S that Call of Duty, Baldur's Gate 3 couldn't run on, and then you can see Shadowheart.
No, yeah.
Is my download of Lost Odyssey finished?
I don't know.
I think I might have paused it so that it didn't take bandwidth. Must have finished. You want it on the Xbox?
Oh, did we not have it on the Xbox? No, it was a PlayStation.
We were playing it on
wasn't it?
PlayStation.
Oh, well. What was that then? Can't be asked. Anyway, we did one boss today.
Gino, EP just chimed in just to say, I'll never get used to seeing Gino on an Xbox. Finn is too cheap for anything, and then peaced out.
Bye.
He just dropped in. Everyone caught strays from him, and then he just left.
But once you've paid for 1 month of Ultimate, you redeem the DLC and you keep the DLC even after you don't renew. How much is Ultimate?
I think
Just out of curiosity.
I don't know how much it is in addition to Game Pass regular. He said his piece.
How much does Ultimate cost?
At least you did 2 bosses in 2 hours instead of 1 hour boss in 6.5 hours.
$14.99 a month. And how much is the DLC just on its own?
Oh,
We'll never know because it's not bloody there. Where is it?
What's that £32 metaphor? It's not the game because the game's up there for 60.
Where?
Down here. £32 for something metaphor related. What is that? A whole bunch of things that come with it.
35th and digital something.
Not interested.
Add-ons.
I have played Lies of P. I played it when it went on Game Pass. I enjoyed it enough,
Is
but
it this? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I suppose that's a way that you could get the DLC for cheaper.
a bit cheaper.
Although, to be honest, I reckon it'll be on sale at some point.
Potential. When it's less new.
£26.09 with Game Pass. What a weird price. Evolve Pixel says play this. No, he doesn't. He says it says Evolve Pixel plays this, not says play this. I can't read.
What are you talking about? You lost me completely.
Evolve Pixel plays this.
Oh.
But I thought it said Evolve Pixel says play this. I mean, it didn't.
I thought you were looking at the chat. I thought you were trying to say Evolve Pixel said play this. I'm looking at the chat going like, no, we didn't.
I was looking on this.
Gina's having you on, everyone. And then I was expecting him to come in and be like, what? Did I?
Gina's having a moment. I have a lot of them.
Oh, God. I like how Persona 3 Portable is on here as well.
5 Royals still 50 quid.
If you just get it physically secondhand.
True. Portable's 18.
Dragon Dogma 2 is free on Game Pass?
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
creator
it's,
and
it's this,
story,
the
yeah.
demo, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Indiana Jones is apparently an alright game. Great Circle. Apparently it was pretty decent. People said it was
movies.
not bad at all.
You can buy movies on Xbox now?
You can buy them on PlayStation. Why not? Xbox.
Oh, can you? Oh, I don't know.
No one does it because no one's insane, but you can. Chime 2 people ready to tell me they bought a movie on PlayStation. You watch.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Welcome to 2010. I don't know. I've never done it.
No one's ever done it.
Then why do they have it?
Because the option looks good on paper. I don't know. Do you remember when... Oh, you don't remember this because you're not with the gaming crowd news-wise. Remember when Xbox One got announced and in the press conference they said the word TV like 58 times?
No, I don't remember this.
It was a meme and someone said the Xbox conference for revealing the Xbox One, but it's just the word TV. And then it was just the guy on stage was going TV, 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 TV for your TV. And then it will be a TV, TV. And I was like, I don't think they care about games anymore, guys. It's just all TV for them.
Right, time for us to go.
So long, friends.
We'll be back. The next was openness.
I do believe there is a single person. I do not believe there was a single person who bought a movie on a console.
Now, Fridays, there'll be streams on Fridays. But the next 3 Saturdays in a row, we're busy.
Birthday?
Birthday meal, Panto, Big Fat Quiz with Ash and Finn. However, the 16th is my birthday and I have it booked off work, so I could do Persona on the next Sunday instead of Saturday so that we're not missing another week.
A week today, basically.
Yeah, but obviously the 22nd I'll have work the next day, so couldn't do it then. So I could do Sunday instead of Saturday next week, but the Saturday the week after will be no stream. But I think the Fridays are still fine.
I am debating, guys, no longer streaming FF10. For one reason. There are literally only 2 bosses to go and I'm done. Recording-wise.
And you don't wanna.
And I kind of don't want to anymore because how many streams have I done? 33?
No,
I want to see the
that
BFA
struggle. Oh, thank you, Bearded Viking.
Maybe I'll do one more then, just to finish the game off.
Just to appease.
Whoa. It's literally 2 bosses to go and I've done it. It's Seymour, Omnis and Braska's Final Aeon.
Do you
Job
have
done.
a new challenge to start?
I have an idea of a new one that I want to start, yes. It is Ratchet Deadlocked, no jumping.
Oh, yeah.
Which, fingers crossed, is a relatively short challenge.
But this is the FF10 Overdrive's only challenge channel.
I know. But I'm getting sick of it.
Right, we need to go.
Yes.
But yes, next Friday, I don't know what you're doing, FF10 or whatever.
Sorry, Bearded Viking, I already defeated Overdrive Sin off stream this morning, well, this afternoon.
Oh, was that what you were doing?
Yes.
I was too busy wrapping presents.
Sorry.
Wasn't watching.
But I did it
It'll
because...
be in the video, though.
Yeah, I did it because I figured it'd be boring to watch. And honestly, I feel like it would. I think it kind of was.
Sorry, Johnny. Yes, we are just finishing. It's a Sunday, so we can't really go quite as late as we usually do.
You know what? Clara makes a vastly good point. if you join the Discord server, you can be up to date on this good information. Let me just help you out there with that link. Thank you very much. So yeah, 2 bosses to go. Maybe I'll do one final stream and defeat them both in that stream, fingers crossed, and then that'll be it. That way, the only thing I have left to do are Dark Aeons, and I don't want to do them on stream because they could take a literal days. And I can finally move on to Ratchet Deadlocked. Finally.
Did you get the latest email with the next 4 parts? We did get an email.
Oh yeah, I need to download
You
those.
can do it now after this.
Yes, okay.
Right.
Thanks everybody. Bye-bye.
See you next week.
We will.
Bye.
So long. Farewell.
Thanks for all the fish.
Too full.